Hello everyone. In last lecture I started measures of dispersion. So in this sequence I taught range, quartile range. Now we will see standard deviation, variance and their coefficients. Okay, so we are studying this part, average distance measure in measures of dispersion. And main topic is statistical measure, as there are two categories, measures of central tendency and measures of dispersion. We are focusing on standard deviation, variance and coefficient today. So first we will see standard deviation as per definition. Definition is what? Definition is standard deviation is the square root of averages of squares of deviations taken from mean. So squares of deviation, this is not square, this is S-Q-U-A-R-E-S, squares. So squares of deviation taken from mean. So squares of deviation taken from mean, we will focus first word, which is what? Mean. So standard deviation is all about mean. In all the situations, first we will find mean. So just like we have three data sets. First is this individual type of data set. Second is another one, discrete type. And next is continuous, three types of data. So in these three types of data sets or questions, always we will find mean. So suppose we have this first question, prices of 6 products are as follows, and find the standard deviation, variance and their coefficient. So this is which type of data? Individual type of data. So always first task is what? You need to find mean. So for this 17, 6, 9, 13, 11, 7, we will find mean. Okay, so we have this data set and this is the summation, and the mean of this data is what? Mean of this data is summation x upon n. So you can find this x bar equals to summation x divided by n, and in this case this x bar equals to summation x, which is 63, and divided by number of terms. 6 terms are there. So this is equals to 10.5. This is what? X bar. So always we will start with this x bar, mean. Now next thing is what? Deviation taken from mean. So deviation taken from mean means difference of all the values with respect to mean. So we have mean equals to what? 10.5. So we will find difference with respect to all these values. So 17 minus 10.5, this means x minus x bar, this is equals to 6.5. Next is 13. 13 minus 10.5. 13 minus 10.5 is 2.5. In that way we can find all these values, and these are all considered as deviations taken from mean. So some values are positive, some values are negative. So this is what? Deviation taken from mean. Now we will focus on next word. This is what? Squares. So squares of what? Squares of deviations which are taken from mean. So squares of deviation, these are deviations taken from mean, and squares of these deviation taken from mean is this square. So we will get all the square of all the values. So the squares of all the values, this is first 6.5 square is 42.25, 2.5 square is 6.25, and so on. And then average of, this is square. Now we will focus on averages of these squares. So now we will focus on averages of these squares. So this means average of these squares. This means average of these values. So to find average of these values, you need to find summation of this, then divided by number of terms. So first task, we have done x bar, last thing, this is mean, and then deviation taken from mean, this is known as x minus x bar. And after that, we are talking about their squares of deviations, so squares of deviations. And then we are talking about average of x, average of squares of deviations. So just like average of x is what? Summation x divided by n. So now in this case, average of squares of deviations are these terms. So we need to find their average. So simply what we will do, we will add these terms and then all these terms summation divided by number of observations, because we are finding average. Average means summation and divided by number of observations. And after that, we will take square root of this complete term, average of. So square root of this complete term. So this is the square root of this complete term, and this is what? This is standard deviation ST. And standard deviation also denoted by sigma. This term is sigma. It's not 6, this is considered as sigma. Now we will talk about variation. What is variance? So variance is simply square of standard deviation. Variance is what? Square of standard deviation. This means this term without under root. So I can copy this term. So this term without under root is considered as what? Variance. Now their coefficients we will see. Okay, so first we will find coefficient of SD, standard deviation. So coefficient of standard deviation SD. So coefficient of SD is sigma upon mean x bar. This is coefficient of XD. If we will multiply this term sigma upon XD with 100%, then this become coefficient of variance. Coefficient of variance is what? Coefficient of SD. This is sigma upon x bar, and this term is multiplied by 100, then this become coefficient of variance. So we have these main formula for standard deviation, variance, and coefficient of SD, coefficient of variance. So main formula is this. This is the main formula for standard deviation. Okay, so now we have different situations. Different situations like we will have individual data, we will have discrete data, we will have continuous data. So just like I taught in arithmetic mean, there are three categories: individual, discrete, and continuous. Individual, discrete, and continuous. Individual, two methods: direct method, shortcut method; discrete, direct method, shortcut method; continuous, direct, shortcut, and step deviation method. So in individual data, first is direct method, and this is the direct method which I taught just now. So sigma for individual type of data for first direct method, sigma equals to under root and then summation of x minus x bar square and divided by n. This is direct method. And for shortcut method, we will take deviation. This means first we will take under root, then we will take two brackets, first bracket and then second bracket, and as these are averages, so we will divide this quantity by n, this quantity by n, and then we will take summation d here, and we will take summation d here and square of this bracket, this complete term. And in this case, we will take square of only summation d. Now, what is summation d? Summation d is what? X minus a. And a is what? Assuming. I taught in concept of arithmetic mean all these things. So this a is what? Assuming. I will explain once again for standard deviation also. Now in same way, we will see formula for discrete. Individual data means you have only x. In discrete data, you will have x and f values. And in case of continuous, you will have interval and frequency. So for direct method, we will replace this n by summation f and this x minus x bar square by f into x minus x bar square. So I am copying this formula and we will do some changes. So for this, I am writing the same formula. Now the changes are what? We will replace this n by summation f. So this quantity n by summation f and this quantity by multiplied by f. In same way, we will copy this formula also. Same thing we will write. I am writing again. So the main thing in this formula, some parts are same, no change. First bracket and then second bracket, then a square of second, both divided by now summation f. This is not n, this is now summation f. And this quantity is what? This quantity is f into d square summation, and this quantity is summation of f into d. Square of this whole term is square of only d. And d equals to what? D equals to, this is x minus a, and a is what? A is again assume. This is formula for discrete type of data. So simply you will see the difference is with f, include this f, only d, and this is fd, this is n, and this is what? Summation f. This is the difference in these two formulae for discrete and individual type. Now for direct method, you can convert discrete data into continuous form by taking midpoint of interval as x. So always this formula is same because data can be converted into discrete form. This formula also same because data can be converted into discrete form. Now this is little bit different. So what we will do with this? So we will write same formula, sigma equals to under root and 2 parts square of second divided by summation f. This is also summation f. This is summation f d, and this is fd square, and this is summation f into d. And now we will do one more thing here. We will write d equals to not x minus a, we will write x minus a upon I. I is what? Class interval. And now we will write this as dash, d dash. So we will replace all these d with d dash. And this complete term is multiplied by I. Now this is the formula for continuous data for standard deviation. So this is all about formulae for individual data, discrete data, and continuous data. So I hope you like this video. So please subscribe my channel and share with others. And we will discuss how we will solve individual type of numerical in next lecture. So have a nice day. Thank you.